History is changing?
The flow of time. Something's very odd about it. At this rate, history. No. Everything will collapse.
The Dragon Ball universe as we know it has been shattered. Two demons, Toa and Mira, seek to become the strongest beings in the universe by corrupting time itself. It's up to you, along with your partner Trunks, to travel through Dragon Ball history, fix the timeline, and restore the universe to normality.
Are you an ally? You look strong. I suggest you stay back.
Dragon Ball Xenoverse is your typical fighting game, and follows its predecessors quite closely, in particular Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. Unfortunately, this includes its clunky controls, ridiculous difficulty curve, and inaccessible plot. The key point of difference in the past 20 iterations or so is a new time travel theme, which more or less allows the narrative to jump between the most exciting fights of the franchise. However, the game still manages to be filled with boring, unnecessary filler. In particular, the endless tutorials which weigh down the first part of the game, including having to talk to every single available character before being able to progress, really feels like it could and should have been cut. Using this section to introduce new players to the characters and backstory needed to understand the plot would have been a much better idea. The fact that all cutscenes are skippable is a small mercy.
Howdy!
You want to die? That badly. I'll warn you, I have 3 more transformations.
The main story has you skipping backwards and forwards between the original and broken timelines. The original timeline acts as a sort of hub world where you can restock on health and energy capsules and purchase outfits to try on. Outfits adjust your character's stats and provide a nice cosmetic change, though the tournament glasses are really all you'll need. It's a nice break at first, but does become very old very quickly. Outfits are designed with certain races in mind, so the character you spent so much time putting together in the much touted character creator may not benefit from that spiffy new outfit. It means you'll have to change your look or deal with particularly difficult fights by foregoing the stat bonuses that come with new outfits.
Back to normal! Bastards! You're absolutely begging to die today, aren't you?
The character creator, one of the few unique and positive elements of Xenoverse, is unfortunately still rather limited. Although it's exciting to be able to create your own character and have them interact with established Dragon Ball personalities, the amount of races and customization features available to you means that you'll more than likely run into a few characters online that are eerily similar to your own.
Whoa! He's pretty dangerous, but Vegeta's really amazing too!
Making matters worse, Xenoverse jumps between animation styles way too often. This inconsistency means that you'll be seeing multiple types of animation played one after another, from 2D to 3D scenes, and even in-engine animation. This is especially bad considering one of the key selling points on the Steam page is strong immersion, a point I'd agree with if they'd kept their animation style consistent. On a technical level, the PC version of the game runs quite well, but suffers from pretty jagged edges. The only way I found to improve this was to increase the resolution, which did make the game look a lot nicer, but the frame rate did take a pretty massive hit, from 150 to 40 frames per second, which is a significant problem for a fighting game. It's a shame considering how easily this could have been avoided with some solid anti-aliasing options.
No! No! Damn it! I just need a bit more time!
Xenoverse has quite the difficulty curve. This is supposed to be balanced by a dynamic scaling system, which would make the game harder or easier depending on how many fights you won or lost. Although this would have increased my enjoyment of the game greatly, I can't see any evidence of its existence anywhere. I failed plenty of times during the campaign, and fights never really felt easier. In fact, it mostly felt like I was just barely getting through the fights by luck alone. The extreme difficulty doesn't even make sense from a story standpoint, as before you're able to tackle any of the main missions you'll have to defeat Trunks, a supposedly much more powerful character than the ones you'll struggle with later on, such as Raditz, Nappa and Vegeta. This means that instead of gradually building up in power and ability, the key tension points of the story are almost random, as epic struggles could occur at the start of the game just as much as they could at the end. The difficulty problem is made even worse by the clunky controls and camera. One minute you'll nail a combo and feel like the Z Fighter god you're meant to be. The next you'll be throwing punches and kicks in the opposite direction from your target, even if it is a giant ape. The layout, though mostly fine, does have one major issue, the targeting button placement. If you're using an Xbox controller, you'll find it is tied to the right bumper. This makes it incredibly easy to accidentally hit the command when you don't intend to, sending you flying off in the complete wrong direction and away from the action. Leveraging something like Dark Souls' control scheme would have made more sense, using the bumper to attack and relegating targeting to a thumbstick. Overall, Dragon Ball Xenoverse is a pretty average game. I find it hard to recommend, especially to those who aren't familiar with the characters and universe. For a dedicated fan, the nostalgia of reliving key fights from the series and creating your own character within the Dragon Ball universe may be enough to carry it, but for the casual fan, probably best to leave this one be.